27 Mercies. Episode 2 of Ripley begins with Tom heading to Dickie's villa. The pen he uses to check in at the hotel turns out to be Dickie's, which he returns. Tom then tells him the partial truth of why he is there, but Dickie is not mad. In fact, he is amused and even lets Tom move in. His room is peppered with bad paintings by Dickie, which amuse Tom. Dickie shows him his paintings and they are bad, but Tom hypes him up. They then head to Marge's, who is busy with her travel book on a tranny. Dickie regales her with Tom's story, but she finds it suspicious. Once the two men start hanging out, Dickie is distracted and stands up Marge. He and Tom also head to Naples to see Caravaggio's paintings, and Tom is intrigued by the painter's story. Caravaggio killed a pimp, went on a run, and then was killed by the pimp's men. They then run into a friend of Dickie's, Freddie, who knows Bob Delancey, the friend who recommended Tom to Herbert Greenleaf. Freddie insists that he has seen Tom at Delancey's but doesn't know his name. Tom, of course, refuses. Once Freddie leaves, the duo is enamored by a street artist who performs at their cafe. On the way back, Dickie ends up getting scammed as he gives money to a woman who has been robbed and injured. Tom tells him it's a scam, but he laughs it off. Tom also badmouths Freddie, calling him a fraud artist who just spends his family's money. He convinces Dickie not to take up Freddie's Christmas invite and then writes a letter to Herbert claiming Dickie will be home by Christmas. He also asks for more money, but the letter goes unanswered. Sometime later, Carlo, a member of the Naples Mafia, bonds with Tom while he is alone and asks him to smuggle something to Paris for some money. Tom is into it, but it backfires when he tries to rope in Dickie, who hates the idea and questions his background. Tom drops the idea, claiming he just wanted an adventure for Dickie. The subject turns to Marge as he asks Dickie not to tell her, as she doesn't like him. Dickie points out that he tries too hard, which makes him suspicious to her. To win favor, he shares that he worked for an editor and gets her to give her manuscript to him. Dickie is touched that he is sincerely trying. Unfortunately for Tom, the manuscript is bad and he hates it. But he gives genuine feedback and Marge appreciates it. The couple decide to go on a date, and Tom uses that time to roam around Dickie's empty villa. He goes through the mail and notes down Dickie's account number, which doesn't go unnoticed by the housekeeper, Ermelinda. Once she leaves, he wears Dickie's clothes. He pretends to be Dickie breaking up with Marge, and the fake conversation reveals that Tom doesn't like that she is coming in between them. Dickie shows up and overhears. He is upset as he believes Tom is making fun of him for being gay, which he isn't. He reveals that Marge thinks Tom is gay, and Tom uses it as a segue to create conflict between Dickie and her. He claims Marge is jealous, Dickie doesn't love her as much, and she thinks Tom will replace her. At the end of Ripley episode 2, he emotionally blackmails Dickie into letting him stay and looks triumphant when it works. The episode review. Well, we are now at Ripley episode 2 and Tom's past is starting to catch up. Who is this Bob Delancey? Why was Tom at his party, and why does he deny it? What did he do? It strengthens the theory that our protagonist was with the real Tom Ripley and could have possibly stolen his identity. This is why Freddie knows his face, but not his name. By the way, kind of ironic that Tom is calling people scammers and frauds left, right, and center when he is one as well. We can never tell what is true or false every time Tom opens his mouth. But we do start seeing his sincerity, as it seems he indeed has some editing experience when he helps Marge with her manuscript. He does ruin it when he gaslights Dickie into believing that Marge is the problem.